Hello and welcome back to the Premier Guns YouTube channel. Today we have two kit bags, or range bags as you want to call them. What we're going to look at today is, we get a lot of questions really about how expensive shooting is, or people misconcept how expensive it is. I'm going to try and show you today that it doesn't have to be mega expensive, so you can do it if you are set to a budget. You can go out and shoot safely and without breaking the bank. So as you can see, we've got two range bags here. One is basically got the bare minimum that we think you really need to get out and have a good time safely and still look the part. And the second one is sort of your full professional, shall we say, very serious shooter's bag and what they might carry in their bag. So we'll start with this one. So this is the, shall we say, the minimum sort of equipment that you, or I personally think you would need. So obviously range bag, something like this, 20-30 pound, not expensive at all, and to be honest, you could carry this through your whole shooting career if you wanted to, so you haven't got to upgrade to another bag if you don't want to. So first thing I'm going to pull out is a hat. It doesn't have to be a pink browning hat, just one we have with us here today. So this is good. Couple of reasons. Probably the biggest one is you do get bits of clay coming over to you when you're shooting, especially if you're shooting skeet or if you've got incoming targets. As soon as you hit them, they do explode. This peak really is going to protect your eyes, along with the goggles that are in here as well. It's a major thing. I had an eye accident years and years ago, and I'm very adamant on safety, especially for the eyes, as well as other things. But yeah, it will really help you. It's just a bit more protection really than anything, and obviously it gets the sun out your eyes, so if you have got an awkward target, you can just pull your cap down, hide that sun a bit. It might just give you a bit of an edge. So that's the first thing. Second thing, which I did mention, is goggles. Something like this, £20, good set of goggles, completely sort of, how would you say, regulated, so they are very, very safe goggles. You can get them in different colours. I've just picked this orange pair up for now, but you could select a darker pair, a lighter pair, whichever you wanted. Again, just a single pair of goggles will get you out shooting. You could even use plain safety goggles, which you can get from hardware stores as well. As long as you've got something protecting yourself, that's the main thing really with the eyes. Carrying on with protection, hearing. So something like this, overhead, pelters, all these products are available at Premier Guns that I am going to show you. These are about 20-30 quid again. Obviously I would buy new because of ear infections and stuff like that. You wouldn't want to risk it really, but that is going to protect your ears. You don't want to go shooting without ear protection. I've seen older guys, I know older guys in the family who have shot and they are now deaf, and we don't want to do that. We don't want tinnitus, we don't want that sort of stuff. So something like that. If you can't stretch to that, good old-fashioned squidgy ones. I do think these are very good because they do fill the canal, but you do need to fit them properly. I see people with them sticking out their ears, they're not fitted properly. You are going to end up hurting your hearing if you don't put them in properly. Easiest way I was taught to do them back before I worked in the gun trade: twist them together, or sorry, twist it, pop it in your ear and let it expand, pop it right in your ear, obviously so you can get it back out. That way then it will fill out, completely block the ear canal. Yes, it's not the best if you want to have a conversation with someone because you do shout a little bit, but it's better than nothing, and they are really, really good, to be fair. So you can't go wrong with a pair of squidgy ones. And then in here, this is a bit of an option. You don't have to have one of these, but something like this, 30-40 quid, skeet vest. So this will help you. You could put 25-50 cartridges in. This is actually a double pocketed one, so you could get away with putting a few more in. That way you wouldn't have to take your range bagger out with you when you're shooting. You've got sort of an anti-slip section there, so when you pull the gun up, it's not going to catch on you. But yeah, something like that, 20, 30, 40 quid. They all vary. This is one of our cheaper ones. It does the job. To be honest, I started off with one of those as well, so you can't really go wrong. Bag then, obviously you'll carry your cartridges if you carry them in the bag, or as I say, you can put them in the vest. That way then you're not carrying the big lumpy bag around. But that is pretty much what we've got there, the bare minimum of what you're really going to want equipment wise, obviously excluding the gun, to go shooting. Guns, we know they can range from 50 quid up to 20, 30, 40 grand. It's whatever you want to spend, but this is an idea to show you it doesn't have to break the bank to go shooting and have a good time. Hats you can pick up for, you know, if your dad or whatever's got an old one, pick that up, it'll do the same thing. Or if you want a Browning one or a Beretta one, obviously we sell all that here, so if you do come forget it, we have got that stuff in stock. Another quick tip I would say that I would carry around as well: oily rag, old microfiber cloth, and then some gun oil. This is mainly for when you shoot and it might start raining while you're out. You can give your gun a good dousing with oil before you pop it in the bag. Hopefully if you can get it dry as well before you pop it in the bag, just to keep it oiled up so you prevent that rust as much as possible. Again, this is trade secret. This is stuff we sell here, and it is brilliant stuff. That will last you for, if you're very careful with it, it'll last you over a year, easy. There are other stuff like Browning Leisure Spray and bits and bobs that we have here as well. But always good to keep a oily cloth in your bag. So that is pretty much it for that bag. What we'll do now, I'll pop all that back in there and we'll have a look at this bag. Right, so second bag. So this is for your more, should we say, experienced or more serious shooter, such as sporting shooters, skeet shooters, etc. People who take it very seriously, like to take a little bit more equipment with them. That's absolutely fine. Obviously, the more you take, the more you carry, the heavier it is, so just bear that in mind. But we will start, and you'll see we've put in here a hat, Castellani skeet vest. Again, this is very similar stuff to what we saw in the first bag. It's just slightly better equipment, so the finish is a bit better on these. They're going to last a bit longer. You get a bit of Alcantara on these. Again, anti-slip if you're trying to get that gun up fast. You don't want it snagging on your shoulder as it comes up. Hat, again, I mean, this hat, even though it is Castellani, it is only 35 quid, and it's good quality hat. It's going to last you if you look after it. Unless you shoot 100 round of skeet for your first time, then I'm afraid you're probably going to get it shot, because that is tradition. So I'd probably put a cheap hat on for that. Towel, so this is something we didn't see in this bag. This is for, again, like your serious shooters, if they are perhaps sweating, or you have harsh conditions, again like the rain, you can dry your gun off so your gun doesn't slip in your hand if you don't like wearing gloves. You'll see a lot of the skeet shooters using these. They simply use this hook here and they clip onto your skeet vest at the back. You don't even know they're there. They don't get in the way. They're a very good idea. So I mentioned gloves, so this is another thing they might be wearing, or you might consider, you know, wearing. Something like this, they're about 30-40 quid. Mac Wets, we sell them here at Premier Guns, as I say. Really good gloves, come in different colours, different sizes. They do make a difference. They're not exactly waterproof, but they are very good. So I do know people that use 2 or 3 pairs of these, or more than like 2. They'll use one go round so far, then they'll swap over and put the dry pair on and put these to dry in the car or in the bag somewhere. But yeah, another piece of equipment. I wouldn't necessarily say a safety piece of equipment, but definitely helps in, I mean, I like shooting in gloves. They are actually my gloves, but obviously in the summer it does get hot, so you're probably not going to see people wearing them in the summer. So moving on, now we start looking at a bit of a safety equipment. We've got the overhit ear protection, so these are another level up now. So these are your SWAT comms in this case. They also do pelters, which are electronic, which are about half the price of these. Still very good bit of kit. These allow you to talk to people without shouting at them. They have a volume setting. They are on AAA batteries, so you could probably buy rechargeable ones if you wanted to be even more efficient. They come in different colors. They are pretty much the best you can buy realistically. They have a gel hygienic pad system, I think they call it. They're very, very good. A lot of the instructors use them. You'll see, I think George Digweed uses these. Some people like them, some people don't. Some people find that they catch on the gun when they are shooting. I personally prefer something like this. So this is these are in ear. These are actually custom molded. There are various different companies that do that. We sell some here that are, I think, only £30 decibels. They are really, really good. They sell like hotcakes. Brilliant bit of kit. Something like that though is going to cost you around £100 to have done, but they are really, really worth it. Custom molded ones, you know, just be careful you don't lose them. They are a little bit smaller. I went for a bright blue colour, so if I did drop it, I could see it. So, but yeah, we sell similar things at the shop, and if you want any information on that sort of stuff, just let us know. But that is your safety equipment for your ears. And then moving on, so you're starting to look at the top of the range stuff now. So you're at Peeler. This is Peeler eyewear. Again, there is a difference, yes, but realistically it's exactly the same as what's in here, as in you've got eye protection, you've got ear protection, you've got a hat. It's just, this is where you progress to, so you don't have to jump in at the deep end, as they say. You know, Peelers are sort of top of the range. They are quite expensive. They are really, really good though. A lot of people use them, but as I say, the purpose of this video is to show you don't have to break the bank. So as I say, with this pair here, completely adequate. They will do the job. You know, the colours there, you can get these in multiple colours, and you could even progress into buying a pack with interchangeable lenses, which I actually have, and also you can have a insert in them. So if you've got prescription glasses like myself, you can have something like that with prescription, same as the Peeler, but you are on another level with those. And finally, what you might see people carry around, sort of serious shooters, is something like a bore snake, just to give the gun a quick clean, maybe between shooting, or if they want to just give it a quick clean before they go home. You'll see something like a bore snake. These are really good. They're not mega money, 25 quid. They'll last you an awfully long time if you look after them, and they're a really good bit of kit. Again, very similar to this bag. Gun oil, oily rag, you'll normally see these in a serious shooter's shooting equipment bag. And finally, what you might see people doing, especially on something like a sporting layout, is they may pull out something like this. So this is a choke box. This has got probably most of the chokes they've got for that particular gun with them. So the idea of this is each stand they go into, they are changing the choke accordingly to the target. So if they've got something quite far away, you might see them in a Beretta's case put a black one in, which is a 3/4. If there's something quite close, they might put the red one in, which is a skeet. They're just altering their patterning for the particular target that they're about to shoot. Not something I would personally suggest to do with this. If you're new into shooting, if you want to keep things simple, it can get quite confusing. If you do pick up a gun, normally they have 1/4 in. That's perfectly adequate for near on everything, up to a point. If you are shooting, say if you're interested in skeet, you might be able to swap a couple or buy an extra pair of skeet chokes. I would say leave them in and go out and enjoy the gun. Don't complicate things. Get yourself used to the gun first. We know people that will go out and they will just have a bit of a 50 bird session with the friends every other weekend. 1/4 is absolutely fine for that sort of thing. The only thing I would suggest, a little tip, is keep your choke key in your case or buy a second one. So I personally would suggest something like a Teague key. This is a 12 bore Teague choke key works on friction, it's tapered. This will fit near on every single 12 gauge choke out there. All I would do is leave that in your bag. That way then, every so many stands you do, just check that you're tight. That way then as well, if you do swap guns, so you go from a Beretta to a Browning, etc, etc, that choke key will still fit. Just a bit of safety. We have had people that have had chokes fly out the guns accidentally. They do work loose now and again, so it's always nice to just keep on top of that. Plus, if your friend's gun, I don't know, he's got a Zolly or something, it's a completely different choke key. This Teague choke key will still fit, so it's just a nice little tip I like to give people. And then finally, yeah, you might see people with a few more tools, so something like a trigger adjustment screwdriver, or the Allen keys to their adjustable comb. People do like to tinker, especially more serious shooters, which is absolutely fine, nothing wrong with that at all. They might just adjust things very slightly just to that personal preference, that particular day, whatever. But this is, there is a bit more here, but realistically you could go out and have a really good day shooting with everything that's in that bag there. You're perfectly safe. You've got your eye protection, your ear protection, you've got your hat, keep your eyes, you know, keep the sun away from your eyes, and keep those broken clays coming from hitting you in the face and damaging your eyes. You only get one set of eyes, let's be honest. You don't want to lose them. So that's it, everyone. That is the two bags. You've got your get out and get shooting bag, and then you've got your more serious setup. As I say, everybody's different, everybody's kit bag is different. Mine is a little bit different to what's in here. I know George's is a little bit different to mine. He does carry a suitcase around with him now and again. But the other thing is, you know, you're going out to enjoy yourself, so that's the main thing about shooting. Go out, have a laugh, come back with a smile on your face, and look forward to going out the next time, and be safe while doing so. So any questions on any of the equipment you see here, or anything I might have missed off, please comment questions, please give us an email, give us a call. Always happy to help, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you.